The audio you're about to hear was recorded in Anchor. Learn more at anchor.fm.
Thank you for tuning in to Shelf Addiction Daily on Anchor FM. This is Wednesday, August 9th, 2017. I'm Tamara, and you're listening to Shelf Addiction here on Anchor FM. And thank you for checking out my station today. Visit shelfaddiction.com to see the latest content, including book reviews, author features, and podcast episodes. If you're new to my station, I'm a book nerd. I love books and audiobooks, as well as dramatic TV and superhero movies. I enjoy talking about what I'm reading, what I'm listening to, what I'm watching, and other things that I enjoy on my podcast and here on Anchor. I also write about books and other content over on shelfaddiction.com. Today I'm sharing the second of my 3-part book club how-to series. If you like today's episode, please let me know by calling in or commenting. I appreciate that greatly. Now let's jump into it. Welcome to Book Club 102. Part 1 included covering how to set up a book club. If you missed that, go on back and give it a listen. You can find it on Anchor as well as on shelfaddiction.com. Today, Book Club 102 is all about gathering your book club crew and how to go about selecting the fun books that you'll be reading every month. Just remember, have fun. You can always tweak your group as you settle into each other if you don't like how a specific thing is working. It's flexible. As I said yesterday, it's not set in stone. So let me know if you're using any of these tips to build your own local or online book club. I would love to hear it. Okay, so we're going to kick things off with talking about gathering your book club crew. So you've got the group together. You're either set up online, or you signed up for a website. You've got your basics. You know what you're doing. You know what kind of group you're going to have, what type of books you're going to read. Now we have to find the right people. So you can do that a few different ways. So the first one is obviously work, right? So if you've figured out that you wanted a work-based book club, bingo, you're all set. Just find coworkers at work that like to talk about books, and hopefully they're the same kind of books that you have determined for your group. Now, if you are not going to have a work-based group, you can still find people at work, right? But I recommend people that you only like. No one wants to have book club with people that you don't like. So, your friends at work would be good options. Also look to your own circle of friends. Look for friends that also like reading, not the friends that you have to talk into reading. No one wants that. They won't last, and you'll be sad that you invited them. So only friends that are genuinely into reading like you are. Now, a couple of places where you can purposefully kind of identify like-minded people are meetup.com and patook.com. Now, meetup.com is a place where you can upload your group. It costs a fee for 3 months, but you can go on for 3 months, gather a group, and then get off of Meetup. It's very popular. It's very safe. If you go on Meetup, I don't recommend meeting at people's homes, your home, until after the group is well established. But meeting out at restaurants and all that is perfectly fine. Another really cool place to find like-minded people is an app called Patook. It's also on the web, so it's patook.com, Patook.com. And trust me, this is 100% platonic place. No one flirts. It's against the rules. You'll get kicked off for flirting. If you want to find people that like to read locally by you, that want to be in a book club, you can find those people on here. It might not be as quick and efficient as Meetup, but it's also a cool place to just meet friends of with like-minded thoughts. You even find people that, have the same religion, have the same political beliefs, like the same kind of food, like the same kind of books you like to read. I mean, you can get real specific with the requirements, but if you just want people to join your group, go for it. And if you want to know more about that, I actually have a review of that website on shelfaddiction.com, and I have a code on there for premium users too. So hopefully the code is still good. Now, we've gotten that all together. We know where to find people. So of course you just want to remember when doing this, what your original goal was. Men and women together, women only, men only if you're a man hosting a club. So just remember what your original, go-to is, what your intent for your club is, and stick to it. Now, for those of you doing online book clubs, you can also utilize the internet as well, but in a different way. If you're using Goodreads.com to host your group, go on Goodreads. People will find you. Use Twitter. Solicit people. Hey, I got a book club. Come check it out. Use Facebook, Twitter. Use Google Plus. Make a graphic for your group. And, just go for it. I mean, it's a internet-based online book club. Just throw a wide net and see who would like to join up. So the next part of tonight's information is about selecting a book once you have your group together and where to meet. So I mentioned a little bit earlier about restaurants, libraries, Starbucks, Panera Bread, people's homes. You can do all of that or none of that. You can do online, but it's really up to you. It's what your comfort level is based on your size of group. Personally, my group meets at restaurants, and we like to do that because we're all foodies and we all like books. So we like to try out new cool restaurants in the area. And personally, I find this is the best because no one has to worry about cleaning their house top to bottom, figuring out what to drink or eat. No one has to potluck anything. It's just show up, order some food and drinks, and have fun discussing the book. So it's kind of like a very cool ladies' night out. Now, of course, that doesn't fit for everyone. Sometimes people want to have, a 20-person book club. Doing that in a restaurant probably will not work. You may want to meet at someone's house or rent a room in the library. Or if you're doing it at work, you might want to, book a conference room or something. So again, just think about that. Like my group is a 10-person group. It's closed for new people. So 10 people it is. And outside of the holiday meeting, we never have all 10. It usually settles in between 6 and 7 people at every meeting. So this is the perfect amount of people to meet at a restaurant. It's not too crazy. We can have a regular sized table and we can hear each other just fine because we're a small group. Now, when it comes to what book to select or how to select the book, there are a couple different ways you can go. You can go voting versus host selecting, which is better. I don't know. It just depends on your personal preference. My group, we like to vote. We vote for 6 months at a time. So we know what we're reading. We know what's coming. Everyone throws a suggestion in. Like I said, it's 10 people. 10 people throw in 10, one book each. So we have 10 books and 10 restaurants. I throw it on SurveyMonkey and we vote for 6. There you go. So now we have 6 books and everyone has a say, right? You can do it where you bring books to suggest to the meeting and everyone that's in attendance at the meeting get to vote, but you're doing that every single month, right? But what's cool about doing it that way is you can choose themes. You can say this month we're doing this genre, or this month we're reading a holiday read, or this month, whatever. That's kind of what's cool about doing it that way. So you can definitely still have the group vote, but do it monthly. So I already talked about the 6-month vote, the monthly vote, and now you can do the host selecting way, which means whoever is hosting the book club that month chooses the book. So the month before, let's say host A is going to be hosting it at their home or choosing the restaurant. They tell the group what to read the month before. And at the meeting, the next person that's hosting will tell everyone what the book is that they're reading. So that's another way to go about it as well. Okay, so that's it for today. You guys now know some options as far as how to choose the books, and you have some options on how to get your crew together. I hope those are helpful. If you use any of those tips, please let me know. I would love to hear it. Come back here tomorrow and join me for the last part of this book club series, and that's part 103. We'll be talking about ways to discuss the books during book club, as well as icebreakers that you can use during book club. I hope you enjoy this series. So come back tomorrow, check out part 3, and hear the final things on how to make a successful and long-running book club. Thank you for tuning in to Shelf Addiction Daily here on Anchor FM. Please leave a comment or call in and let me know if you have any feedback or questions regarding any of today's content. I look forward to speaking with you tomorrow. Take care, friends.